Hi, friends. What if I said to you, we've created a culture where aging feels like a problem to solve, even in our 20s? But what if we're teaching the next generation truly the wrong lesson? Hi, and welcome to the Quantum Beauty Podcast. I'm Carrie, and this is episode 4, Escaping Med Spa Culture, a New Path for Our Youth. And I want to start off by saying I'm not against med spas. I definitely think they have our place, or I definitely think they have their place. One thing that med spas do so well is that they offer quick, confidence boosting solutions with instant results. And this you typically get from injectables. And I understand, truly I do, as we get older and our face and our skin begins to change, it affects how we view ourselves and how others view us. And I will give you an example of this. So, one pattern that sets in as we age is the 11 pattern. So, when I contract my brow muscles, also known as corrugators, when we contract those muscles, we form lines, vertical lines between our eyebrows. These patterns start to set in and become static. They call them static wrinkles because you have them whether you're expressing yourself or not. They're just etched in your face. These lines can make you look frustrated or angry, even when you don't feel that way. So I understand that these changes do affect how we view ourselves. And it makes sense to do what we can to soften them. But should we be teaching and encouraging our children, our youth, to go out there and receive these treatments as early as their 20s, early 20s? It seems to be getting younger, as a means for prevention. I say absolutely not. No, absolutely not. And I will share with you why. I am going to offer 3 reasons why we should not encourage or teach our youth to seek out these procedures as a means to prevent aging. Okay. Reason number 1, and it has a lot to do with psychology. When we normalize injectables at younger and younger ages, we're teaching our youth that aging is something that they need to fear. It's something anti. We're against it. It leaves such a negative connotation when, in fact, aging is a natural process. It can be a beautiful process. And this process truly needs support. Doesn't need correction, it needs support. However, this belief alone can create anxieties around appearance long before it's warranted. And so, yeah, this doesn't sit well with me when I think of our young people receiving these types of treatments as a means of prevention. Number 2 reason, when facial muscles are restricted in their movement, they weaken, just like any other muscle in the body. Think about breaking a bone. Your arm, your ankle, whatever it is, will be immobilized for weeks. I don't know, is it 6 weeks, 8 weeks? I'm not really sure because I've never broken a bone, knock on wood. But the area is immobilized. It's in a cast. It can't move. And when you take that cast off, you can actually see the atrophy in the muscle. The skin looks different. Essentially, this is what we're doing to our facial muscles when we restrict their movement through injections. Movement supports circulation, it supports lymphatic flow, it supports tissue health. And when you restrict this natural process, you actually accelerate aging because muscle is tissue that is part of the foundation of our skin. It supports everything else, along with bone, but the muscle is one of the foundations. And when you restrict it, the foundations start to crumble. And I will make the prediction that as you get continual injections, restricting movement in the muscle, you will need more injections. Something to think about. Maybe question the next time you're there and at the med spa, you're visiting your doctor, nurse, whoever does your injections. It's a good conversation, question to have. Number 3 reason why I say no for our children, youth to receive these type of treatments is that healthy skin, which is what you have when you're in your 20s, for the most part, healthy skin depends on, like I said, healthy circulation and lymphatic flow. I want to focus for a moment on lymphatic flow. When lymphatic flow slows, which is what happens following injection procedures, waste will accumulate in the skin, will build up, which accelerates inflammation, and it starts to deteriorate the foundational structures of the skin. Collagen will start to degrade, elastin will start to degrade, muscle. And when this happens, the foundation starts to crumble. Also, when lymphatic flow slows, the skin looks a lot more puffy, red. Think about these common skin complaints you hear. My skin looks red. It's red all the time. My face is fat. I've heard that one. This is from the lymphatic flow slowing. And I always say when foundations start to weaken, this is when the visible aging accelerates. So this is why these 3 reasons, and I'm sure I can think of more, but these are 3 core reasons why young people don't need correction like this. What they do need is education. Remember that prevention is always easier than cure. And prevention doesn't start with needles. It starts with lifestyle. I always say that confidence that comes from health and taking care of yourself lasts way longer than confidence that comes from correction. Why? Well, when you take care of yourself in multiple ways, when you eat healthy, when you on a regular basis move your body, when you get out in nature, when you do all these things, It produces a confidence that is sustainable. You look healthy, you look vibrant. This is what I meant by supporting the aging process rather than correcting it. When you get your confidence solely from correction when it comes to how you look, you'll just need more correction. Again, is this something that we want to teach our young people? I say no. If there's one thing to leave you with today, it is this. When we support the foundations of the face early, we don't have to chase correction later. This is the philosophy of my work, my current work. I feel like this is a calling that I've been asked to do. It's why I wrote the book, The Quantum Beauty Method, which is a book that explores facial vitality, skin health, the aging process, and its link to nervous system regulation and overall lifestyle choices. This book is not about products or procedures. I also go into and reflect upon anxiety as chronic and a disorder, because over the past few years, it just seems like everyone has it, including myself. So it comes from a very personal place in which I understand it. So I highly invite you to read the book. You can find it on Amazon. Just put in the search bar, The Quantum Beauty Method, and it will come up for you. I also want to mention that the work I do at my center, Lotus Evolutions Wellness, which is located in Scottsdale, Arizona, follows all the same principles. Our treatments, such as our neo-lifting facial contouring treatment, as well as our eye revive treatment, are truly about restoring and maintaining health in the skin and the foundations of the skin, which is bone, muscle, blood, lymph, connective tissue, such as collagen. And supporting this is what gives the beautiful results that we see over and over again. So whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, the most powerful thing you can do for your face and your health is to invest in prevention. And to do so, you need education. You need self-awareness. And that is what I am offering through this podcast. So I want to thank you for being here, for listening, and for being open to having a completely different discussion around beauty, around aging, and around youth, around our youth. If you resonated with this video, I invite you to hit the subscribe button for future videos, future conversations. I also invite you to comment if anything stood out or you have any questions, clarifications. And thank you all until next time.